Hey, what's going on, guys? I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from the Black Business School, and I figured I would chime in with you guys real quick to check in about the stock market and certain updates on the market. This morning, the Dow dropped again quite a bit. Today is what, the 26th? Is today the 26th?
27.
The 27th, and it dropped for the third day in a row. It was on pace to have its worst week since the 2007 crash, or the financial crisis. It was in what they call correction territory, so it exceeded 10% off its high for just a little while. And then after that, the market had a sudden massive recovery. Maybe it's a dead cat bounce or something. I don't know, but I think the Dow right now, as I'm speaking at this moment, it's 12:46 Eastern. The market is not down by as much as it was this morning. I think it was down by maybe 800 points this morning, and now it's gone back up to maybe being down by about 350. And what's really going on right now, and it's funny, I just happened to be meeting with one of my financial advisors today, and our assessments, our agreement is that there's a good chance that it's not going to last forever, in the sense that the coronavirus is moving the market, and much of that movement is driven by fear. Now, fear is an interesting thing in that you can be afraid of something that you can be afraid of what you don't know, and you can be afraid of what you don't know you don't know. In which case, all forms of fear can be a figment of your imagination, or they can be based on fact and reality. So what we know is that there's this virus and people are dying from the virus, but the number of deaths and the mortality rate, from what I understand, is no worse than the flu, right? Now, what we don't know is how to stop the virus. So we don't have a vaccine for the coronavirus. They're a year and a half away from developing a vaccine. They don't know if it's going to clear up when the when the weather gets better, when the weather clears up, because the flu season ends and then the flu kind of dies away. So is the coronavirus the same way? Nobody knows. A lot of experts say that the coronavirus looks a lot like the flu, like it's hard to distinguish between the two. And then what you don't know is that you don't know what new information, what surprises are going to come up each day. Like right now, the media cycle, I think, is driving a lot of investor sentiment and investor psychology. Corporations are all issuing all these warnings. They're warning, right? Warning that our profits are not going to be higher this year. Warning that we're going to take a revenue loss. Warning that, they're warning that the S&P 500, that the profits are expected to be flat. So, what I see is, corporations being conservative. Corporations tend to, just want to warn you about things so that you don't hammer their stock price and cost the executive his job, when you find out information that you didn't know about. So all these warnings honestly come off to is almost like cover your butt situations, where they're all issuing all these warnings. The same way I remember when I was in college and I didn't understand how Coach Rick Pitino, who coached the Kentucky Wildcats, the way he talked about every opponent was he talked about every game as if that opponent was the greatest basketball team ever. He always talked about every opponent as if there's a good chance they were going to lose the game because the team was so amazing. And I didn't understand it, because he'd be talking about he'd be not ranked number one in the country and be talking about some little, school that's barely above Division II. And the reason that he used to basically talk about these teams and build them up so much is because he was managing expectations. And I understand that now. And so the stock market is driven heavily by expectations. How well you feel companies' executives have done is based on what you expected them to do. So if I give you warning after warning after warning to tell you, oh my God, everything's bad, the world's coming to an end, oh Lord, we'd be lucky if we could just stay in business for another year. Then if I do stay in business or make a profit, then I'm going to be a hero, right? At the very least, the chances of you being disappointed in me are much, much lower. So I'm not really buying into a lot of these warnings. I think that we're going to get pleasant surprises. I believe also that the virus, the bad news is going to continue, because the coronavirus is the story. That's the number one headline. It is going to be that way for a while. But I do also wonder if the coronavirus is going to go the same path as Ebola. I don't know if you guys remember when Ebola was on the headlines every single day. Now, Ebola was a scary virus. I mean, that was scary.
Blood was coming.
Yeah, when they talked about the symptoms of Ebola, I was like, woof, Lord, like the coronavirus sounds pretty bad. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I don't like what coronavirus does. I mean, if it's killing people, my heart goes out to them. But Ebola was like something out of a horror movie. Yeah, it was just really scary, and it sounded like something that was easily contagious and easily spread. And then Ebola was just gone. I'm like, where did Ebola go? Like, did Ebola go on vacation? Did Ebola decide to commit suicide? Like, where, like, a virus doesn't just go away, but it left the headlines, right? So the same thing could be true of the coronavirus. Like, I really wonder if there was like another major, let's say that there was another major story, let's say a scandal, you know, Donald Trump cheats on his wife. Well, that wouldn't be a scandal. That wouldn't be a surprise to anybody. But Barack and Michelle are going to get a nasty divorce, so whatever. And suddenly the coronavirus is taken out of the headlines. I wonder how that would impact financial markets. That I think a lot of this, there are real legitimate reasons to be concerned about a recession coming, and I hold to that. I think a recession could be on its way, but I really can't help but feel like there's a little bit of an overreaction to this, at least based on my actions in my own portfolio. I've been buying, in case you want to know what I've been doing. I mean, I just been getting more cash and buying more stock. I mean, that's, you know, I mean, maybe it's the wrong strategy, but that's what I've been doing. So anyway, hit the thumbs up button before you go. Make sure you subscribe. Also, this is a great time to learn how to invest and learn how to get better at it. I have a class on it, so feel free to go to theblackstockmarketprogram.com, THE, that's theblackstockmarketprogram.com, and you can get a 30-day free trial on my class. So I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Have a good day. And if you live in Oakland, I'll be speaking, I'll be giving a financial seminar in Oakland this weekend, Saturday. So feel free to check that out. You can go to drboyceseminars.com. That's drboyceseminars.com. I'm out of here, guys. Take care. Peace.